Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. I can knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 or 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, a special one-off event, $500 to win. It's the Mimi's Makings and Motions Modified Stampede here from the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Alex, welcome, buddy. We're back here at the dirt track at Charlotte, and we've got qualifying on the program.
Qualifying underway. You see D1RT Dylan Wilson. He set quick time early on in qualifying with a 16.174 there for quick time. Bergeron goes third quick. There's D1RT driver Tia Moppert. She's on 27th quick with a 16.510. 27th quick for Tia Moppert. Gonna look to improve this time by, you see the track already building up a cushion here at the dirt track at Charlotte Speedway. Tia Moppert second time. Gonna put her 14th quick with a 16.399. Blake Majulis for D1RT. He goes second quick now, 16.193 for Majulis. Dylan Yeager up to third. Cabry and Bishop follow behind Dylan Wilson still at quick time. Moppert's still gonna hold 15th quick with that 16.399. That'll be 15th quick again for Moppert. Dylan Wilson still holds on with about 2 minutes left in qualifying here at the dirt track at Charlotte for these UMPs. As you see, Alex Bergeron in attendance, Blake Majulis, Richard Murtaugh Jr., Logan Rumsey, Tanner Tomasi, Ryan Underwood. The list goes on. We got a packed house here for tonight, and another one of these nights where the studs are out. Team ABR, Slick Sim Sports. The D1RT stable is out in full blast tonight. As you see, there's Austin Matthews. There's Davin Cardwell for Drew Hopkins Racing. Ryan Underwood for VLR. So again, the studs are out here for this race tonight, and dirt track at Charlotte. This is going to be fun with UMPs for the first time in a while on the docket here on Ultimate Dirt TV, as they took the back seat after the big blocks came out, but it's nice to see these cars back in action. So there's Ryan Underwood, 13th quick, 16.364 for Ryan Underwood. Again, 16.364 for Ryan Underwood. Going to look to improve. Had a lot of problems there on that lap, so it's not going to be a good one for him there. He's actually not going to get a time down. Going to look to improve this time, though, as this is a lot smoother. Lap gets in the fluff a little bit there. Underwood looks to improve on the 13th quick. Can he do it? No, he will not. So 13th quick for Ryan Underwood with that 16.364. So that'll put him 13th quick, but nobody has knocked off the D1RT drivers of Dylan Wilson, Blake Majulis. They're sitting 1 and 2. It looks like Ryan Underwood just getting a few more laps in here, as we got about closing in on about 30 seconds here left in qualifying. And it looks like everyone's pretty much put a time down. So Dylan Wilson, Blake Majulis, Dylan Yeager, Cole Cabry, and Barrett Bishop still your top 5. And that's 3 out of the top 5 are D1RT drivers.
Well, they mean business, Alex. Again, what we sort of haven't mentioned on, what we haven't touched on as qualifying, getting set to wrap up here, is normally we see these races here on Ultimate Dirt TV open setups. Tonight, to make it a level playing field, we go to fixed setup racing, and we're going to not do that one. We're going to show up our qualifying results first, and then again we'll have 5 heat races on the program. Dylan Wilson, Blake Majulis, Dylan Yeager, Cole Cabry, and Barrett Bishop are your top 5 drivers, and those drivers will all earn pole position in heats 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hayden Cardboard, Dylan Hauser, Richard Murtaugh, Alex Bergeron, and Logan Rumsey, they'll all earn outside front row starting positions. Speaking of starting positions, let's go trackside, Alex. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Starting on the pole from D1RT Racing in the 80 machine, it's Dylan Wilson. Outside of him, it's going to be the 07 machine of Hayden Cardwell.
Row number 2 in position number 3 with the 78 of Justin Clark. He's outside in the D1RT Racing number 41 or 14. It'll be Shad Prescott, position number 4.
Road 3 on the inside, 100% Racing, 45. It's the Ham. It's Hagen Sorensen. Outside the 50, it's going to be Brandon Perry.
Brent New in the Band Motorsports 144 will start position number 7. Dalton McKenney lines up at a position number 8.
Number 9 is going to be Landon Koch. Outside of him, it's going to be Anthony Perigo in the 18 machine, and rounding out the field, it's Ben Lewis for T-Berry Motorsports.
There we go, heat race number 1. 5 heat races on the program. I believe they were 8 laps in distance, where we'll take the top 3 automatically to the main event, and Alex will take 3 B mains later on tonight, and they'll be contested over 14 laps. And to make up a 24 car field, I dare say we're going to take the top 3. If we do take the top 2, we'll have a 21 car field. But again, looking forward to this one. Alex, the Modified Madness Stampede UMP Modifieds, again presented by Mimi's Makings and Motions, $500 to win. There's a lot on the line for these drivers, Alex.
A lot on the line, and again, like we said in qualifying, there is a lot of studs here in attendance. And to think, with this many guys in this race field, a lot of these guys will make the show. A lot of them will go home. You see Dylan Wilson bringing out the Kool-Aid wrap for this one. Green flag out, and Dylan Wilson goes right to that bottom side where he's comfortable. Heat race number 1 underway. There goes Cardwell to the inside. Side by side they go. Down the back straightaway, Cardwell gonna take the bottom side, slide up in front of Wilson. There they come down the front straightaway. Lap 1 in the books.
Yeah, give that one to Dylan Wilson, probably by about 3/1000ths of a second. We know it was very tight across the stripe as we come down the back straightaway. Wilson to the outside. Cardwell slides up in front of Wilson again. These two drivers, they know how to get it done here on the iRacing.com service. But it is Dylan Wilson continuing to lead lap number 2. 10-lap heat races. Wilson drifts up the racetrack. He'll throw the slaughter in 1 and 2. Here comes Cardwell. Look at Prescott again. He's got the best seat in the house right now as Cardwell returns the favour down into turn number 3.
If Cardwell slides up, there goes Dylan Wilson to the inside once more. That battle for the lead keeps heating up. Another slide job for Dylan Wilson. Here comes Cardwell once more to the bottom side. Not getting the run. Here he goes for another haymaker attempt. He gets it. Slide jobs being served a lot here. 4 laps in the books. Dylan Wilson still out in front with Cardwell behind him. Chad Prescott holds on to that 3rd spot.
Geez, I'll tell you what, ever since the release of the Big Block Modifieds, these UMPs have certainly been left out to dry. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm really starting to miss this type of racing. Wilson, Cardwell to the best on the service again. Trading boys 1 and 2 into 3 and 4 as well. Its slider's been served halfway home, 5 down, 5 to run. Here comes Cardwell once again. How could you watch anything else but watch the slide jobs galore happen in heat race number 1? It's Wilson still leading at the stripe.
Dylan Wilson still holds on to the lead. There's Hayden Cardwell right behind. Here comes Chad Prescott. Chad Prescott trying to make a run here, but he's not gonna. He's gonna sit back there and watch another slide job. Oh, there's contact between Cardwell and Wilson. Now drag race to the line once more. Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, slide job by Wilson, served once more. These cars have been going at it for all 7 laps. Lap number 8 getting ready to go in the books. 2 to go this time by Cardwell. Wilson still battling on for this lead.
Well, again, that was very tight at the start-finish line. The popsicle sticks are out 2 to run here in heat race number 1. We work on lap number 9 down the back straightaway. Wilson to the outside in the Kool-Aid number 80 machine for D1RT Racing. There's the number 07, the orange and white entry of Hayden Cardwell slides up. White flag is out 1 to run. We head up into 1 and 2 again. It's Cardwell, Wilson trading sliders back and forth. Wilson with a slider on Cardwell. Cardwell back to the inside. You've got a race down into 3 and 4. This is the start on pole for the main event for $500 to win. They come off turn number 4. Who's going to get on the line? Oh boy, what a tight finish. Official timing and scoring going to have to come out for that one. But boy, oh boy, Alex, what a way to open up heat race number 1, the Modified Madness Stampede here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte.
Man, oh man, if that's a sign of things to come. Hayden Cardwell gonna win that heat race number 1. Dylan Wilson in 2nd. Chad Prescott in 3rd. Hagen Sorensen and Justin Clark. Round out your top 5. Brett New, Lewis, Perigo, McKinney, Koch, and Perry. That was your 11 cars.
Wow, what a way to open up the dirt track at Charlotte. Heat race number 1. Heat race number 2, we'll see Blake Majulis for D1RT Racing starting on pole in the number 127. To his outside, it's the Deuce out of position number 2. Dylan Hauser, position 2.
Oh, number 2 on the inside, the 09, it's Tanner Tomasi. Outside, Logan Rourke in the 017 machine.
Corey Sibley in the 999 for Tail Tag and Motorsports rolls off at a position number 5, and he's outside in the Cincy Speed number 56 machine. Big Bad Brad Dye, position number 6.
7th, it's going to be full throttle performance of 53. It's Dixon Slinger. Outside of him, Tyler Berry in the 500 machine.
Travis Creech in car 75 starts position number 9. Ashton Briggs in the Slam Sim Sports number 11, position number 10, with Dale Ward in car 55 out of position number 11. These are all stacked heat races, Alex, all trying to vow to get into the start or the main event tonight. Again, $500 to win. And just quickly off the payout as well, 500 to win, 200 for second, 100 for third, 70 for fourth, 65 for fifth, 60 for sixth, 55 for seventh, 50 for eighth, 45 ninth, 10th will get $40, 11th 35, 12th 35, 13th through the 20th or 21 for the rest of the field will be $30, Alex.
Good payday just to make the feature event, so you can see there's going to be a lot of haymakers thrown here, a lot of moving and grooving throughout this field. Heat race number 2, it's underway. Blake Majulis gets a good start on the rest of the field. There's Hauser, there's Tomasi, those two trying to go at it there. Hauser holds on to the second spot. He had a good run, another podium finish for him, just like Blake Majulis in those super late models for me. He's making motion. Yeah, last night as Majulis, Hauser, Tomasi. That's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 out of 10 over 2 down the back straight. You're watching Corey Sibley and Brad Dye just starting to have their own little battle, creeping up into now. There we go, big right rear coming out there from Ashton Briggs, really showing that Slam Sim Sports right side romance. Well, maybe a bit of tail tag in there as well. We got one car upside down. I wouldn't be surprised if we go yellow, and there it is. Travis Creech in the 75 comes to a stop. Yellow flag is out, Alex.
So, just a lot of contact there between, there's Travis Creech, Ashton Briggs, all those guys getting involved. A lot of contact through 1 and 2, going into 1 and 2, and Travis Creech just going to, well, go for a ride there as yikes, just gets right at the nose there, gets into the wall, and then going to...
Yeah, tough break there for Travis Creech in the number 75 machine, as that'll bring on the caution flags and the caution lights for the first time tonight. He'll go back to pit road. We'll see if he ends up coming back out onto the racetrack. And Alex, we've seen a theme throughout, of course, the World of Thunder Esports League over the first 4 weeks of racing and towards the back end of last season. If you're the driver that makes that initial contact, you are going to go to the back regardless, whether it's if it's your fault or not. You make contact, you get sent to the back of the field.
Yeah.
Lights to go out on the pace truck this time by. Again, we are working on 1 to green right now. We'll work on completing lap number 4 here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Blake Majulis in the 127 for D1RT Racing will be the race lead, and the field is going to double up into rows of 2 by 2 as we get set here for the resumption of heat number 2 here at the dirt track at Charlotte.
So heat race number 2, a little bit of first caution of the night is out, but here we go, green flag back out. Blake Majulis is going to go right up, try and get some speed into turn 1 and 2. There goes Hauser to the inside, side by side they go through 1 and 2. Hauser, Majulis, that rivalry. We've seen the top cars go at it throughout the rest of the season on UltimateDirtTV, and this is coming to a hold once more. Majulis, Hauser, too fast car. Here comes Tanner Tomasi now. Tomasi slides up in front of Hauser. Battle on for that second spot. Don't count out Logan Rourke. He's coming behind him too.
Yeah, Tomasi and Hauser making a little bit of contact there on the entrance into turn number 3. Tomasi gets shuffled back to position number 5. Keep an eye on Dixon Slinger as well. He really started to make a name for himself towards the back end of the season in the fixed UMP modified series just a couple of seasons ago. Right now, Logan Rourke in the 17 holds on to the final transfer position, but here comes Tomasi. Tomasi gets into the back of the 17. Yellow coming out, second time. Boy's getting a little too impatient. And Tomasi, well, he should go back to the back of the field after that one. It was pretty clear at what happened. But just to go back and have a look, let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. So keep it on the 09 machine. We'll see it come down into turn number 3 and 4 and just straight up talk about taking a look under the skirt. Look at the 17. And here I was thinking, they see me rolling.
Oh, man.
So again, Tomasi in the 09 machine, just sitting now back there in position number 3. Again, nice little overhead shot of the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Wait for the iRacing.com pace truck to make its way to the infield. And again, you're watching here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget to hit the like and follow button on the Facebook page. Hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. And again, well, coming into this broadcast tonight, we're about 32 followers away from reaching 16,000 followers. So again, all the support is much appreciated here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And we are certainly well ahead of the competition when it comes to the numbers, and our stats do not lie. As lights go out on the pace truck, I believe, and we might be set for a restart here this time by.
So here we go. Blake Majulis, Dylan Hauser still sitting 1 and 2. That's going to be one of those. Hauser had speed there, catching up to Blake Majulis. Can he make a move with 3 to go this time when we go back to green flag? Pace truck off. We'll find out. Green flag is out. The heat race number 2 back underway. There's Blake Majulis. Going to get a good start on Dylan Hauser there. Going to take...
Oh, still baffled by the 10 of Tomasi, still in 3rd position, but anyhow, we'll keep going here in hit race number 2. Work over lap number 8, so 2 to run here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Majulis, Hauser, Tomasi run 1, 2, and 3 down the back straightaway. Got a bit of a gap back to Tail Tag and Motorsports. 999 entry of Corey Sibley, who's now battling with Dixon Slinger in the number 50 machine. White flag is out. 1 to 1 here for Blake Majulis, looking to make it a D1RT on the outside of the front row. After Hayden Caldwell pipped Dylan Wilson at the start-finish line, down into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Blake Majulis will win heat number 2. Second will go to Dylan Howard, to 10 Tomasi in 3rd. At the line is going to be Dixon Slinger in 4th. Corey Sibley going to round out your top 5. And we'll take a look at heat race number 2 results popping up on your screen right now for the Mimis making some motions. UMP modified Stampede, Majulis, Hauser, Tomasi your top 3, Slinger, Sibley top 5, Berry, Dyer, Briggs, Ward, Rourke your top 10, and Creech in 11th position. Heat number 2 complete. Heat number 3, we'll take a look. It is a Rocket Racing setups all front row here in heat number 3. Dylan Yeager in the 48 going to start on pole to his outside. He's boss of Richard Murtaugh Jr. position number 2.
Row number 2 on the inside from VLR, the 41, it's Ryan Underwood. Outside, D1RT Racing, the 32, it's Tia Moppert.
Row 3, John Rosario Jr. will start in the 44 car out of position number 5 to his outside. Dustin Hall, position number 6.
7th, it'll be Trevor Fitz in the 28, outside Vanderpool Racing, it's Lyndon Whitfield in the 21.
We go back to Brett Rolls in the Vanderpool Racing 17R. Will start position number 9. Chase Hardy for Drew Hopkins Racing, position number 10. In the field, Phil Motorsports entry, it's Sean Powers, position number 11.
So this is going to be one of those, keep your eye on that second row. Ryan Underwood, Tia Moppert, those two had a little trash talking session earlier last night. So it's one of those, that's going to be interesting if they're taking the top 3 to the feature. Those two starting side by side for that transfer spot. That's going to be the battle to keep your eye on, but don't count out you Dustin Hall, John Ruggiero Jr., Trevor Fitz, Chase Hardy, Brett Rowles. I mean, again, we said it. These heat races are stacked tonight, and if they're anything like the first 2 heat races, this is going to be another battle for the lead between Murtaugh and Yeager. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Dylan Yeager. Here we go. Heat race number 3 underway. Yeager going to go right in front of Murtaugh. Murtaugh there. But again, keep your eye on Ruggiero Jr. He has experience at this track in real life. I think he was a feature winner earlier late this fall at this track. So he is one to keep your eye on. He's in the 4th spot, but Dylan Yeager leads lap number 1.
Yeah, it's Rocket Racing. Two other drivers running first and second. Team up between the big slide there on a teammate. John Ruggiero Jr. in the D1RT, followed by another D1RT driver, Trevor Fitz in the 28, back there in position number 6. Right now, top 3 have started to break away from the rest of the field. That's Jaeger, Murtaugh, and Ryan Underwood as that battle starts to heat up. But again, down through turn number 1 and 2, back straight away, working on lap number 3. We watch the 33 of Richard Murtaugh Jr. right there, running in second position again. The winner of this heat race, Alex, will start position number 3 in the $500 to win main event later on tonight.
As this is a battle for the lead here coming up. Jaeger out in front. Richard Murtaugh trying to sneak to the bottom side, but he thought better of it. He's going to check up here. Here we go. Dylan Jaeger still out in front. Richard Murtaugh trying to make a move on his teammate, but it's not going to be a foul of Dylan Jaeger. Jaeger still holds on to the lead.
Yeah, keep an eye on the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. is cleared away from Tia Moppet in that number 14. That's our fourth position as Ruggiero closing in on Ryan Underwood in the 46. And again, top 3 going to make it straight into the main event here tonight. Right now, it's still Jaeger as we work past the half race distance in heat number 3. And again, we are right in the middle of heat racing action here. Now we start the back half of heat racing action, heat number 3. We're working lap number 7 of 10.
Dylan Jaeger still out in front now. Underwood trying to sneak to the inside. He got that nose there through 1 and 2, but he's not going to get it there. There he comes. He's trying to get past Richard Murtaugh for that second spot. Don't count out John Ruggiero Jr. He is right behind him there as well. As we got 4 cars. Look, you can throw a blanket over these 4 cars. The top 4 are pulling away from the rest. Dylan Jaeger, he's out in front. As you see, the ruts are starting to build in already at this racetrack.
Yeah, they certainly are right now. Out of these 4 drivers that are out in front, running 1, 2, 3, and 4, only 3 of them at this stage are up for grabs. 3 transfer positions directly into our 50-lap main event. I believe we'll have a 4-wide salute as we're working on the exit of turn number 4. Alex, 1 lap left to run for Dylan Jaeger. Can he hold on for a pretty good heat race win over his team boss of Richard Murtaugh as Murtaugh ducks down to the inside?
Richard Murtaugh tries to sneak to the inside of Jaeger. Jaeger holds on. Just has to hold on through 3 and 4. Now you see Ryan Underwood tries to get to the top side. Dylan Jaeger going to win this heat race. Oh, man. Richard Murtaugh holds on to the second spot. Ryan Underwood in third.
Well, there we go. Heat number 3 wrapped up as all cars coming across the start-finish line. Dylan Jaeger, Richard Murtaugh, Ryan Underwood unofficially the top 3. We'll take a look at those results right now for you. There it is. Jaeger, Murtaugh just holds on to second over Ryan Underwood, closely followed by John Ruggiero Jr. Bit of a gap back to Tia Moppet in 5th, Trevor Fitz, Brett Rolls, Dustin Hall, Sean Powers, Lyndon Whitfield, and Chase Hardy, the 11 cars for heat race number 3. Heat number 4, our second last heat race of the night, and lining up like this on the pole for D1RT Racing, it's Cole Cabry. He's outside in the Team ABR Esports. Car number 12, that's Alex Bergeron.
Row number 2, it's a Drew Hopkins Racing row. Here we go. Ethan Toder on the inside. Outside of him, it's Davin Cardwell on the 70.
Row 5, row 3, position number 5 in the Cincy Speed 00 machine. That's Austin Matthews, position number 5. To his outside, Tanner Branch will line up at a position number 6.
Starting 7th, Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's Corey Austin in the 92. Outside, his teammate in the 909, it's Jonathan Wiley.
Then we go back to row number 5, your 5th and final row, position number 5 in car number 5. It's Kevin Williamson, position number 9. And Dominic Foster in the 19 Motorsports 00 machine. He'll start position at number 10. Heat race number 4, the penultimate heat race of the night before we get into our last heat race after this one. And of course we'll go through our consolation races and then all leading up to the $500 to win race here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Cole Cabry in the 71 for D1RT, Alex Bergeron in the 12. We're set for the green flag to drop where the BS will stop, and we are underway in our penultimate heat race of the night. Cabry goes to the top side. Bergeron throws a big slider down into turn number 1 and 2. Tries to park it on the nose. Look at Toder up on the inside. They nearly went 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. As here comes Toder trying to get up on the inside right now of Alex Bergeron. But Bergeron and Davin Cardwell both move back to the outside.
There is Cabry. He's out in front. Oh, Toder tries to make a move on Alex Bergeron, but here comes his teammate Davin Cardwell. Tries to sneak to the outside of Toder. Here comes Bergeron trying to go to the inside of Cabry. Cabry holds on to the lead. Bergeron in second. But there's Toter, there's Cardwell, both of those cars trying to gain up, but Austin Matthews coming after Davin Cardwell for the 4th spot.
Yeah, again, Cardwell and Matthews having a good battle there, but right now the battle on screen is the 71 of Cole Cabry leading this field after 3 laps here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. $500 to win for the main event later on tonight. Bergeron, big slider down into 1 and 2, but Cabry, he worked it back to his inside and turned underneath him. Good crossover there by Bergeron and Cabry, as now here comes Ethan Toder closing in on the 3-time sprint car iRacing world champion of Alex Bergeron.
Alex Bergeron showing that he can run anything but Ethan Toder. One of those young bucks. He's going to the inside. Going to throw a haymaker on that 12 Alex Bergeron. Bergeron ducks under. Here we go. Battle for second between Bergeron and Toder. Toder has the top line. There goes Bergeron. Bergeron going to slide up on Toder. Going to take over. Here comes Davin Cardwell now. Cardwell to the inside of Toder, side by side. Cardwell gonna try and throw a slider. He completes a slider. Battle 3 wide for that 3rd spot, because here comes Austin Matthews.
Yeah, great racing here. Now here comes Corey Austin in the 92. 5 cars get thrown blanket. Toder, Cardwell, teammates come together there just a little bit on the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Matthews in the 1M machine down to the inside. He's rolling the tyres down low through turn number 3 and 4. We are 3 laps away from 3 drivers punching their ticket, their virtual ticket into the $500 to win race. Bergeron comfortable in second right now, but right now this final transfer spot is heating up. Davin Cardwell, Ethan Toder, Cardwell with a slide job. Here comes Austin Matthews, Corey Austin. They make a bit of contact, but they all keep it going and give the advantage to Davin Cardwell.
Cardwell holds on to the 3rd spot. Toder now trying to gain some ground on his DHR teammate there, but Cardwell now going after that 12 machine of Alex Bergeron, but the white flag is out. Cole Cabry, he's out in front. Bergeron in second. Cardwell holds on to the 3rd spot right now through 1 and 2. Cabry out in front. He's checked out. He said, we'll see you in the main event, fellas, because Cole Cabry, he's going to win heat race number 4 for D1RT. Bergeron in second, Davin Cardwell in third, Ethan Toder 4th, Austin Matthews 5th.
There we go, all the cars, all 10 cars coming across the start-finish line and finishing under the green flag conditions here at Charlotte. As heat number 4 results coming up on your screen right now. Cole Cabry for D1RT Racing goes through to the main event. He'll start position number 4. Alex Bergeron in the 12 will come home second. Davin Cardwell for Drew Hopkins Racing in 3rd position, meaning Ethan Toder, Austin Matthews, Corey Austin, Kevin Williamson, Dominic Foster, Jonathan Wiley, and Tanner Branch all going to one of 3 B mains. Heat number 5, we'll take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. Barrett Bishop will start on pole. He's outside in the Slick Sim Sports number 41 entry. It's Logan Rumsey.
Row number 2 on the inside, it's going to be Shane James in the 3. Outside of him, Nicholas Roberts, the 34 machine.
Tyler Horn starts position number 5 inside the 3rd row. He's outside in the Ace Motorsports. The cut of 89, that's Austin Friedman.
In the D1RT 05, it's going to be Scooter Black starting 7th. Outside of him, it's Colton Skies in the 49.
Benjamin Eastler will start position 9, and Brody Orovets lines up in our 10th and final position. Heat race number 5, Alex, and what I'm going to say so far, all my heat number 2, heat number 1, 3, 4 have been very, very clean and put on some good racing. I expect the same here in heat race number 5.
Don't you jinx that, because you know if you jinx it, you're going to hashtag blame me. But guess what? You spoke of it. Let's hope it doesn't come to fruition here, because Rumsey, Bishop, that's a front row. But keep your eye. Scooter Black starting in the 7th spot. Brody Orovets, you can keep your eye. These guys, you haven't seen much moving from the backside, though. Let's see, can we have it here? Final heat race of the night. Green flag is out. Barrett Bishop, Logan Rumsey, here we go. Bishop holds on. Rumsey trying to go to the inside now as Barrett Bishop slided up in front of Rumsey. Here we go, 3 and 4. Bishop holds the middle. Rumsey going to slide up. Oh, check up Bishop. Here comes Rumsey. Contact back there, and, well, Mr. Wheeler.
Hashtag blame Alex. Hashtag blame Alex every day of the week. Let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replays. The D1RT number 5 of Scooter Black, I believe it was a pair of fires who come together as Black just gets straight up hit from behind, and well, I think that was a post Valentine's Day hit to say hello, how are you doing? Trying to figure out who that 5 is. Yeah, there it is, the 5 of Colton Skiles, and I don't think Scooter Black's too happy about that one.
Yeah, so Scooter Black not happy, but both of those, they're in the pits, so that's going to be their heat race. We'll see them in a consolation race coming up as soon as heat race number 5 is wrapped up. But there's Barrett Bishop. He's going to hold on to that lead spot as him and Rumsey threw slide jobs back and forth throughout those first few laps. So it's going to be one of those, keep your eye on that battle for the lead. Shane James back there in the 3rd spot. He can contend for a win here too, especially we've seen it through the field. If the leaders are battling, keep an eye on that 3rd car because he can make an advantage out of their mistakes. So this could be a 3, maybe 4 car battle for the lead as we won't even be halfway when we come back. Pace truck is in. Let's see, here we go. When's he gonna go? Nobody knows except for Barrett Bishop. Rumsey trying to get a start there. Barrett Bishop, green flag back out. Bishop gets a run. Here we go. Heat race number 5. There comes Shane James to the inside of Rumsey. Rumsey top side. James on the inside. James going to go to the bottom side. Not going to go for the slider. Rumsey holds the middle side. Usually battle for 4th there between Tyler Horn and Austin Friedman.
Well, it's something we haven't seen so far in the first 4 heat races was someone stick to the bottom side all the way around. Shane James, he had to try and run a different line. Again, these drivers right now rolling right about 3/4 of the racetrack all the way up in turn number 3 and 4. I think it's been a while since I've seen a track like this. We're in the way it has, Alex, where these drivers run 3/4 of the way up the racetrack rather than the normal dirt track at Charlotte where they run the big slider line or they run the cushion.
And this is going to be one of those, you see, the track can play different here as this is a new feel. Like you said, the bottom side still looks to be fresh there. You can see that maybe come into play during the consolation rounds, but there Shane James makes a little bit of mistake. Here comes Horn now. Horn goes to the bottom, slide job for Tyler Horn. He's going to take over that 3rd spot from Shane James. Now James trying to go back inside of Horn. Horn holds the top side. James goes to the middle side of the racetrack. Look at the run from the middle side. Shane James takes back the 3rd spot.
Well, I think that has just put a big stamp of authority to where the racing line is at the moment. Tyler Horn looking, he's now fell back to position 5, might even be position number 6 as Nicholas Roberts looks to move on by. Meanwhile, your leader, Barrett Bishop, down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. He'll work on 4 to run. Logan Rumsey sits in 2nd. Shane James your top 3. Austin Friedman, can he catch up to the 1J of Shane James? And again, looking to go straight through to the main event rather than having to run a B main where anything else can happen.
As you said, that consolation, anything can happen. But Barrett Bishop, Logan Rumsey, they look like they're trying to avoid that. Barrett Bishop, look at him go. He is pulled out in front of everyone else. Logan Rumsey in 2nd. He's still in striking distance of Shane James. But with 2 laps to go, white flag coming out this time by for Barrett Bishop. He's looking to pull an upset here against Rumsey and James. Can he do it? We'll see. White flag is out. He's going to go that middle side. Has the gap. He's checked out. Heat race number 5. He said, we'll see in the A main who's going to join me. Here we go. 3 and 4. Barrett Bishop. He's going to win your final heat race of the night. Who's going to join him? It looks like Logan Rumsey and Shane James are your top 3.
Well, Barrett Bishop made everyone look a little silly in that one. Heat number 5 goes the way of the number 3 entry of Barrett Bishop as we'll get set to take a look at the official results here before we get set into the first of 3 B mains. As heat number 5 results coming up on your screen. Barrett Bishop, Logan Rumsey, Shane James, your top 3. Austin Friedman, Nicholas Roberts, 4th and 5th. Benjamin Eastler, Tyler Horn, Brady Orovets, Scooter Black, and Colton Skiles in the 10th and final position. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid and find out how many go through. It's going to be 14 laps. Alex, only the top 2 are going to make it into the main event to make up a 21 car field.
And starting on the pole of this event, the 100% racing, the 45, it's Ham, it's Hagen Sorensen outside, the 23 from Drew Hopkins Racing, Ethan Toder.
Position number 3 in the 999 for Taltagan Motorsports, Corey Sibley will start up alongside the 34 of Nicholas Roberts. That's row 2.
Trevor Fitz will start on the inside of road number 3. Outside of him, it's going to be Ben Lewis for T-Berry Motorsports.
Row number 4, Kevin Williamson will start position number 7 on his outside in the 11 for Slam Sim Sports. That's Ashton Briggs.
Brody Orovitz will start 9th in the 91 from Pennsylvania. Outside of him, Sean Powers for Filler Motorsports in the 533.
Landon Koch and Tanner Branch will start position number 11 and 12 here in B main number 1. Can confirm, in fact, Ashton Briggs did not make the call for tonight's first B main, and that'll make 11 cars on the racetrack. And Alex, top 2 go through. So a little shy of 20% of these drivers are going to find themselves in tonight's main event. If you thought the top 3 in the heat race was bad, now we take the top 2. And again, we start to dwindle this field down from 53 drivers down to just 21.
You know what? Green flag is out, but here's the thing. You mentioned transferring. There is some prizes for people who do not transfer tonight. We'll talk about that later on tonight. Hagen Sorensen, though, Ethan Toder, they're looking to punch a ticket into the A main. Here comes Sibley, here comes Fitz, here comes Roberts. All these cars, and there's your first caution of this. Oh, man, more contact, though. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, I believe it was going to be Sean Powers who had some dramas here. And the reason why the yellow flag is out for the first time tonight in B main number 1. They're 3 wide at the back. And oh, that was... take a look up on the inside. There was nothing that Sean Powers could do about that one. There was quite a bit of a gap from the cars on the inside, and just watch the left here of that 3 wide battle. There was, again, there was a bit of a gap back, and it shot the one up straight up into the 533 of Sean Powers. So the initial contact coming via Landon Koch and Tanner Branch, and unfortunately you see that 533 entry of Sean Powers going to have some significant damage on that race car, and Ashton Briggs is still confirmed as being OUT. But hello, Stephen. We are caution flag number 1 here in B main number 1, Alex.
So B main.
So lights are out on the iRacing.com page. Struck the 45 of Hagen Sorensen. I believe he was the Pro Late Model season champion a couple of seasons ago for 100% Racing. He done that without winning a race. Ethan Toder, who joined up with the Drew Hopkins Racing stable, and they look like they've certainly got a formidable team on the dirt side of things in the late models and the modifieds, whether it's big blocks or small blocks or UMP modifieds. Green flag is back out. We're back underway here in B main number 1, 14 laps. The journey right now, lap number 4 is complete. We'll work on 10 to run down the back straightaway.
Hagen Sorensen, he's out in front. Ethan Toder, those are 2 cars you usually see. Oh, another caution out on the raceway. 2 cautions early on in this B main. A lot of cars are gonna have some heartbreak here tonight. As let's see, there's Nicholas Roberts. Roberts gonna get a little sideways. They can try and save it. Gets into the 14, they can't save it, and then the 23 gonna go around.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nicholas Roberts, his night is done. You see down at the bottom of the screen, the iRacing Barney, the iRacing flagman, going to wave the yellow flag, and again we'll continue to tick the laps off, Alex, in B main at number 1. Again, we'll have 3 of these B mains, and just a reminder that we only take the top 2 into tonight's starting grid. And 21 starters will have a chance to fight for $500 cold hard cash. And not a bad way to spend your Monday night here. And again, a big thank you to, of course, Mimi's Makings of Motions with the UMP Modified Stampede. Bobby and Jennifer Hont, they do a lot for the dirt scene, and whether they're sponsoring cars or sponsoring series or putting on these types of events, make sure to check them out on all the social media pages. Give them likes, give them follows, even buy a couple of products or 2 as post Valentine's Day present. Alex, I know you've got a big lamp pole coming.
Oh, did you buy me one?
No,
I know I didn't. Oh, BJ bought us. That's right. I heard BJ was going to buy everyone at UDTV a present for Mimi's Making Motion. And everyone, it's never too late to buy a present for Mimi's Making the Motion. The green flag is out. B main number 1 back underway. As you see, a few cars out of this race right now. Hagen Sorensen, though, he is in front. Ethan Toder in second. Corey Sibley, Trevor Fitz, those two battling for the third spot, but they both better try and get up into one of these top two spots if they want to have this night continue.
All right, it's still Hagen Sorensen, Ethan Toder running first and second. There goes Trevor Fitz sliding up in front of Corey Sibley. That's your battle for third and fourth. Again, both drivers on the outside looking in as Sibley tries to return the favour down into turn number 3 and 4. Right now, Sorensen and Toder, they must be just enjoying the progress and the clean air out in front, knowing that they don't have to fight for each other for a transfer position. They can just keep doing what they're doing, ticking the laps off one by one as we work down the back straightaway.
Trevor Fitz, Corey Sibley still battling it out for this third spot as you see the battle for the lead getting ready to happen here. Hagen Sorensen, Ethan Toder, those two are about to go side by side, but here comes Trevor Fitz, Corey Sibley, both finding fast ways around this racetrack, trying to gain some ground on Ethan Toder. Fitz holds on to the third spot, Sibley in fourth. Sibley trying to use that bottom side to his advantage, see if that can come in now or later, but it's not looking like it's getting strong yet for that 9-9 machine.
I'll tell you what, still these drivers working 3/4 of the way up the racetrack, still finding this the fastest way around the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. It's the 100% Racing 45 entry of Hagen Sorensen leading the Drew Hopkins Racing number 23 entry of Ethan Toder. And again, those two drivers have just cleared away 7/10 of a second from Toder back to Trevor Fitz in the D1RT number 28 machine. Again, Fitz will be the first car to miss out here. And we believe that he will be getting one of the prizes up for grabs thanks to the wonderful sponsors that help put on this event. But right now, we work a palm to go, 5 remaining.
Hagen Sorensen, he still holds on to the lead. Ethan Toder in second. Both of them starting to pull away more and more from Trevor Fitz as both of them look to be in control of their fates to see if they can make it into the A main event. We're riding on along with that 45 machine. Look at the left rear tire there. Look through that hole. You see there's Ethan Toder. There's Trevor Fitz. There they all are. But man, Hagen Sorensen looking strong. But look at those shocks bounce up and down.
Yeah, you really start to see it working up and down as they head down the back straight. Look at it just bouncing through most of the back straightaway down into turn number 3 and 4. There's a good shot of your race leader Hagen Sorensen in the 100% Racing number 45 machine. Ethan Toder, you're just starting to see that Trevor Fitz, he is still working about 9.5, nearly a second back from Ethan Toder, and with just 2 to run, Alex, you would think that unless either Sorensen or Toder make a pretty big mistake, I doubt it's going to happen, but it can. You would think that these two drivers would certainly walk away and finish first and second.
Hagen Sorensen, he's still out in front. Ethan Toder in second. Those two cars once more, white flag out there, inching closer to securing their tickets to the A main event. Just have to keep it clean here through 3 and 4. There they go down the back straightaway. Now into 3 and 4. And Hagen Sorensen for 100% Racing. He's going to win B main number 1. Ethan Toder in second. Those two punch their ticket to the A main.
Yeah, Sorensen going to start position 16 in the main event. Ethan Toder will start position at number 19. There we go. B main number 1 is complete. We'll get set to tackle B main number 2 here in just a few seconds time. We're going to wait for the drivers to come across the start and finish time. Wait for the server to officially roll over before we can show you those finishing results here. And now here we go. We're ready to go. B main number 1, Hagen Sorensen and Ethan Toder all going to the show. Trevor Fitz, Kevin Williamson, Corey Sibley, 3rd, 4th and 5th. It's time for those guys to pack it up and get packing. Ben Lewis, Brady Urovitz, Tanner Branch, Nicholas Roberts, Landon Coke, Sean Powers, and Ashton Briggs, who did not make the start. Sorry, just fixing the microphone there. So 12 cars in B main number 1. We'll have 13 scheduled on the racetrack for B main number 2. Let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid.
Dixon Slinger going to start on the pole for this B main for full throttle performance. Outside of him, Ace Motorsports, it's Austin Friedman in the 89.
Team up in the D1RT Racing number 14. She'll start position number 3. Brent New in car 144 out of position number 4.
Corey Austin going to start 5th for Mid-South Dirt. Slingers outside of him. Cincy Speed, 56, it's Brad Dyer.
Tyler Horn will start position number 7. Slick Sim Sports 331. Dustin Hall starts position number 8.
Dalton McKinney in the 46. He starts 9th. Outside of him, Jonathan Wiley, 909 Mid-South Dirt Slingers. He'll start 10th.
Logan Rourke will start position number 11. Colton Skiles out of position number 12 and scheduled to line up. He has not made the call. Was meant to be Travis Creech, so that's going to put 12 cars on the racetrack. And again, Alex will take the top 2 from what is known as B main at number 2. But if you're wondering why we're talking about B main number 2 when it says C main, well, unfortunately, just for the moment, until we can get iRacing to name these as B main 1, 2, 3 and vice versa, it is how we have to do it here. And speaking of doing it, trying to get it done, is Dixon Slinger down into 1 and 2. Tia Mobbin on the inside there on Friedman. They'll battle for the final transfer spot. Give the spot to Mobbin as she works her way down into turn number 3 and 4. She'll look to get to the fast line. There she goes, slides up in front of Friedman. Friedman back to the inside. Then goes off turn number 4, giving the Slinger and Moffat.
Slinger holds on to the first spot. Tia Moppert in the second spot, but she's battling. Austin Friedman gonna hop in front there. He takes over second. Moppert tries to hold the middle line. Here she is side by side with her. Here comes Dustin Hull now. Dustin Hull trying to catch up here, making a 3-car battle. Moppert gonna have some contact there with Friedman. Friedman holds on, so does Moppert. But Moppert gonna lose some speed now. Battle for the 4th spot is on. Rourke, Hall, here comes Brent New, here comes Corey Austin. So battles throughout here in B main number 2.
Yeah, Logan Rourke getting it down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Started in position number 11. Already 3 laps in. Oh, look at this contact. Brent New, Corey Austin. Logan Rourke from 11th up to position number 4, picking up 7th spot. And done it via rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. Yellow flag is out. We'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We sort of caught the back end of that one between Brent New here and Corey Austin. Now 3 wide, Dustin Hall on the top side. It looks like it might just be a bit of a racing deal. New sort of came down the racetrack as Austin was trying just to move up just a little bit, and the 44 goes around. Yellow flag comes out in B main at number 2, Alex.
As you said, there still are a lot more besides the payouts for the feature events. There are 2 wraps on the line. I think 1 for the hard charger and 1 for a random non-qualifier tonight. $15 for 2 random non-qualifiers. Also brought to you by World of Thunder Esports League. 1 set for the slowest in qualifying. That was brought to you by Dig Setups. And then a D1RT mug to the leader of lap 35. So keep your eye on that one tonight. And then 1 setup brought to you by Rocket Racing Setups for another non-qualifier. So there are still some prizes on the line here for some of the guys who don't qualify for the big show tonight.
Prizes on the line, as well as $500 cold hard cash to the main event later on tonight. Looking forward to that when we're getting closer and closer to the main event starting, and we'll have a 4 wide salute, and we'll see 55 laps on the ticker later on, but it is going to be the first 5 laps to complete that 4 wide salute. And one of the best sites in all the motorsports. Speaking of the best site in all the motorsports, we're about to take the green flag once again here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. 4 in the books, 10 to run. Dixon Slinger gets on the lap, huddle back underway, and a good opportunity now for Moffat. Sneak up on the inside there of Friedman down into 1 and 2. Rourke had to go to the top. Dustin Hall 2 by 2. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. The battle is on right now. You can throw a blanket over. Here comes Moffat. She'll slide up 3 wide. Friedman comes back to the middle. Look out, Dustin Hall the inside. What a race for the transfer spot.
Tia Moppert holds on to the second spot, but there comes Friedman. There comes Hall. Dustin Hall, look at the run. He got off the bottom side. Now he's going after Tia Moppert. Tia Moppert holds the middle side. Dustin Hall in third. He's on the bottom side trying to get past Moppert. Look at the run. That bottom side coming in now, folks. Moppert still running that middle of the track. That middle of the track, the moisture is still there as you see 2 lines of racing shown off here by Dustin Hall, Tia Moppert. Those 2 battling out side by side here. 7 laps in the books. Moppert, Hall still battling for that transfer spot.
Yeah, good battle for second, third, good battle for 4, 5, 6, and now 7. Look out, 1, 2 into the tyres. Oh, look out, Brad Dyer in the 56. We might be going yellow. So far, we stay green. Nope, there it is. Caution flag coming out. And that's probably a big advantage right now for the cars restarting on the inside, because some drivers having the bottom side really working. The return number 1 and 2. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Take a look at exactly what happened, just how this all unfolded down into 1 and 2. Rourke checks up, and I believe that was Jonathan Wiley in the 909 who just checked up as well. Brad Dye does a nice little flip, and he goes back to pit road. He'll call it a night, and that will be the end of his Mimi's Makings and Motions UMP modified Stampede here at the virtual dirt track at Sharp. Good racing so far, Alex, in B-Main number 2, and we're probably about 6 laps away now from another 2 drivers going into the main event.
You saw that battle for the second spot between Moppert, Hall, Friedman. Those 3 cars battling for that final transfer spot. But with this restart, does Dixon Slinger know that that bottom side is there, or is he going to hold up on the top side? But we might have a battle coming on his hands if he makes one mistake and those guys running the bottom side. Dixon Slinger might be in for a world of hurt, but he has to hold on here just for a few more laps to punch his ticket.
And he's been getting good restarts, and no doubt the number 50 entry of Dixon Slinger will look to get another good restart here to try and drive away from the rest of the field. 6 laps left remaining in B-Main number 2. Again, just like we've seen in B-Main number 1, we're only going to take the top 2. It'll be interesting to see how Tia Moffat, how she handles this restart. Starting up on the outside, Slinger gets on the gas, we're back underway, and keep an eye on that battle, on that second row right now. Dustin Hall immediately to the inside on Tia Moffat. He'll work low. Moffat slides up just in front of Friedman. Friedman trying to come back through the middle of the racetrack. Logan Rourke now side by side with Friedman. 3 wide down into 3 and 4. Look out! Oh! Friedman turned the back, not turning, but he got into the back of the 331. And we got 1 car around. Dalton McKinney, the 46. Yellow.
So another caution flag out here in B-Main number 2. And if you're Dixon Slinger, you want this race to end as you felt comfortable throughout this B-Main here. But let's see, as this started up front, well, we had 4 cars battling for that final transfer spot. Friedman gets in the back of Hall. That bunches everyone up, and just going to clean the clock of a few cars.
Yeah, unlucky there for Dustin Hall, as I said, getting tagged there by Friedman. And again, I don't think Friedman would be too happy about that one. They were fighting for a transfer position, just probably drove it in a little too hard. And, well, I guess it's easy for us, Alex, to sit up here and say that he should have done that or he should have got off the gas, but as a racer, when you're out there on the racetrack, you want to get every position and any position that is possible, or even potentially, not so much given to you, but you really want to earn that one.
Yes, as we see here, Dixon Slinger, we're going to go back. Are we going to go double file? Single file. We're going to find out here as the light's going to go out this time by. Let's see, do we double them up or do we go single file? Looks like we're going to go single file restart, so this might be able to benefit Tia Moppert and Austin Friedman and them behind Dixon Slinger because they can time it, especially Moppert starting on that outside of the front row on the double file restarts. This might be able to help her time those restarts better. But pace truck off. 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go when we take this green flag. Dixon Slinger, another good start there. You see battles already starting before we even hit the flag stand there. Friedman gets a little tight, gonna go try and get there. More contact between him and Moppert. Moppert now holds on to that second spot a little bit comfortable here, but here comes Friedman, here comes Rourke. A lot of cars going that bottom side, trying to make it work here. Here they come, trying to chase down Tia Moppert.
Well, look at Colton Skies here on the 5 machine. Just straight up on the inside, moves to position 5 as Logan Rourke tries to get by Austin Friedman. But Friedman closing in now on Tia Moppert, down through turn number 3 and 4. Popskill sticks around 2 to run. Big race leader Dixon Slinger in car number 50. And again, he'll start position number 17, where second place finisher, whether it's Tia Moppert, Austin Friedman, Logan Rourke, one of those 3 drivers, they will start position number 20 in the main event. So it's still a long way back in the feature starting positions. Alex, white flag is out, 1 to run.
White flag out. Here comes Friedman trying to go to the inside of Tia Moppert. Moppert holds on to the second spot. Can she do it through 3 and 4? Friedman going to go to the bottom side, make a move, going to contact. Lot of contact, going to take them both out. And Logan Rourke, he's going to take that second spot from Moppert and Friedman. So Slinger and Rourke, they're going to go on to the A main. Friedman, Skiles, and Moppert. That was your top 5. Those 3 cars going to miss the A main.
It is amazing what money will do to people. Wow. Just wow is all I can say. B main number 2 results. Dixon Slinger, Logan Rourke, the top 2 drivers that will start position number 17 and 20 in the main event tonight. Everybody else, it's time to pack it up and go home. Austin Freeman just straight up dirty Tia Moppert for the final transfer position. And what did he get out of it? Absolutely nothing. B main number 3, John Rosario Jr. in the D1RT Racing number 44 will start pole position. Justin Clark in the 78 position number 2.
Row number 2 on the inside is going to be Austin Matthews in the 000 machine. Outside the 500, it's Tyler Berry.
Benjamin Isla will start position number 5 in the Vanderpool Racing 17R. Brett Rolls position number 6.
Anthony Perigo, he's going to start 7th in that 18. Outside of him, 19 Motorsport 00, it's Dominic Foster.
Dale Ward will start position 9. Scooter Black for D1RT Racing in the 05 position number 10.
Starting 11th, Vanderpool Racing 21, it's Lyndon Whitfield. Outside, it's going to be Brandon Perry in the 50. And rounding out the field, Drew Hopkins Racing the 116, it's Chase Hardy.
There we go. 13 starters, or 13 scheduled starters, 12 on the racetrack. Benjamin Isla did not make the call for B main number 3. Yes, this is our final B main of the night. And again, the final 2 positions for 18 and 21 in tonight's $500 to win race. Alex, looking at this racetrack, would you like to see a track reset after this one?
I would not want to see a track reset here, because this track, that middle line's still fast, as we saw Dixon Slinger running it well. The bottom line finally coming in, and you see nobody's touched that top line since maybe he and 2. So that top side might be able to get some more moisture in it when they push some more dirt up on it. So man, oh man, there could be 3 lines of racing. The slider line hasn't come into play. I say keep the track and let's go racing here for the feature event. But before then, 1 more B main, 2 more cars going to lock their ticket into the show. Who will it be? Green flag out. Ruggiero Jr. and Clark lead us to the green flag. And Ruggiero Jr., look at the start he got. He's going to go to the middle side. Clark goes to the bottom. He's battling with Austin Matthews now already for that second spot. Here we go. Here comes Clark. Here comes Perigo. 4 cars already going after that second spot.
At 3 wide down on the front straightaway. Clark on the bottom there. Clark on the top side. Matthews on the top side. Little contact. Here comes Tyler Berry. But right now on the 44 on the race car. The 18 scored Anthony Perigo. Up on the inside of position number 2. Ruggiero Jr. the race leader after lap number 2. We are 12 laps away from the final 2 positions going into tonight's $500 to win. Look at Justin Clark trying to come back through the middle there, and Austin Matthews fends up the challenge, but here comes Matthews once again to the outside into turn number 3.
Matthews holds the outside, trying to get past Perigo. Perigo holds the inside here. Here we go, side by side into turn 1 and 2. Austin Matthews, Anthony Perigo, caution flag out in B main number 3.
I believe Chase Hardy may have had something to do with this one. We'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. The Drew Hopkins Racing 116 was just holding his line. A little bit of contact there with Brett Rolls. Looks like more of a racing deal than not. He goes up on his lid, gets it back on all 4s, and drives away from the scene of the crime as first yellow in B main number 3. Alex, what are you expecting for the main event later on tonight?
I'm expecting slide jobs, that bottom side. You have Dylan Wilson, you have Alex Bergeron. Those 2 known for running the bottom side, and this bottom side just getting fast. Those 2 will be dangerous. That top side, again, could come in. I see haymakers getting thrown a lot and a lot early if it's any indication of heat race number 1, and you see a slicker track. That slide job, that slider line will come into play. But, man, you look at the straightaway, you can have 3-4 wide on that straightaway because there's a lot of moisture still.
You just mentioned Alex Bergeron. You just mentioned Dylan Wilson. Alex Bergeron, obviously a 3-time world champion in sprint car here on iRacing. you forgot two other world champions, and they come via the late models. Blake Majulis, Hayden Cardwell. What about a sleeper in the field? Dylan Yeager, he won heat number 3 as well. Has he got something? We know I've seen him run the bottom side in a late model and pick up a victory at Fairbury. So is he going to be one to watch in the main event later on tonight?
Dylan Yeager looks strong, just like his boss, Richard Murtaugh. He's going to start back a little further in the field, but again, there's going to be a lot. We see John Ruggiero Jr. might be able to punch his ticket. There's going to be a lot of sleepers in the back of the field, and we've seen it before. Anything can happen, and let's see. A lot of cars still on this track, 12 cars. We got a lot of racing left to do in this B main. Let's see who can punch a ticket here. Ruggiero Jr., another good start for him. Perigo Matthews. Oh, Perigo gets in contact with Barry Clark and the rest of the pack there. Perigo gets to save it as he's coming right back after Austin Matthews. Oh, contact between Perigo and Barry once more, and we're almost 4 wide for the third spot. Barry Clark, Perigo, and Whitfield.
Man, Justin Clark making it work on the top side of the racetrack in car 78. He'll scoot straight up. He got past 3 cars. Look out, Tyler Berry. They all scatter down into turn number 3, trying to avoid some contact between Whitfield and Tyler Berry. We keep it green. Down into turn number 1 and 2. We're working on the cross flag 6. Brett Rolls, meanwhile, he's up a couple of positions. Lyndon Whitfield from 11th up to position number 5 at the battle right now, starting to heat up for that final transfer position for a starting spot in tonight's $500 to win race. Starting position number 21 at the moment. Austin Matthews has got it. Meanwhile, John Ruggiero pulling away from the rest of the field. He's opened up a 1.2 second advantage.
John Ruggiero Jr., he's showing the veteran prowess that he has at this track. He's looking strong, pulling away there. Matthews, though, he has company, because here comes Justin Clark right behind him. But don't count out Whitfield, Rouse. Those two are sitting back, relaxing, and waiting for some mistake to be thrown here by Justin Clark and Matthews. And here comes the throw. Oh, contact, and here we go. Now this opens the door for Whitfield, because here comes Whitfield. He's right behind. These two cars battling it out. Clark, Matthews, slide job by Clark.
Yeah, good sliders there. The first one in 3 and 4, not so good, but the one in 1 and 2 was a lot cleaner than 3 and 4 by Justin Clark. Matthews, meanwhile, takes over second by about 3/4 of the car length out of the start-finish line, working on 4 to run. Clark stays low through 1 and 2. Matthews, again, this is the battle for the final transfer spot. One driver will at least get $30 back if they once these drivers make the main event. Oh, contact between Matthews and Clark, and things are really starting to heat up, because here comes Brett Rolls in the 17 and Lyndon Whitfield in the 21. So now that 2-car pack turns into a 4-car pack, and here I was thinking I was at Daytona. Clark runs in the second spot. Matthews, we got 2 to run. Whitfield now trying to sneak on the inside of the 1M machine of Austin Matthews down into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. Final lap of preliminary competition goes to the D1RT driver of John Ruggiero Jr. Down the back straightaway, final time. It looks like he's going to go to the main event for the Mimis, making some motions. UMP modified Stampede. John Ruggiero Jr. going to the big dance along with Justin Clark. They'll finish 1-2 in the main event. You see Austin Matthews, he gets turned to the infield. He would not be happy about that one. Third going to go to Brett Rolls. Tyler Berry, Lyndon Whitfield run in the top 5. Dominic Foster in 6th. Dale Ward, Brandon Perry, Scooter Black, Austin Matthews in top 10. Anthony Perigo, Chase Hardy, your top 12, with Benjamin Isla not making the call for B main number 3. We're not too far away from results coming up on your screen. We'll see if we get the track reset. It looks like it is going to stay the way it is throughout the entire night. We've got a 5-minute warm-up session. We'll take a look at B main number 3 results. As there it is, Ruggiero and Clark all going to those 2 drivers going to the big show. Everybody else, it's time to pack it up. Unfortunately, you'll have to watch from the comfort of your own home. We'll take a quick break here on UltimateDirtTV. Come back in just a few moments' time. The UMP modified Stampede presented by Mimi's Makings in Motion. Big thanks to Jennifer and Bobby Hansen putting up the $500 to win for tonight's 50-lap main event winner. We'll take a quick break on the other side of this. Our 4-1 salute, followed by the green flag.
been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I'm a stand up for mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. Shotgun knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy.
Alright, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, ladies and gentlemen. For the Mimi's Makings and Motions UMP Modified Stampede tonight here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Alex, it's time to take a look at our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And Buddy will go from the back. Position number 21 in caliber 78, Justin Clark. On the outside of the 10th row, Logan Rourke at a position number 20. To his inside for Drew Hopkins Racing, it's Ethan Toda.
Number 9 on the outside, D1RT Racing. 44, it's John Ruggiero Jr. Inside him, Full Throttle Performance, it's Dixon Slinger.
Row 8 on the outside in the 100% Racing. 45, it's Hagen Sorensen. To his inside in the 1J for Cincy Speed, it's Shane James, position number 15.
Row number 7 outside, Drew Hopkins Racing. 70, it's Davin Cardwell. Inside VLR 41, Ryan Underwood.
Row 6 on the outside in caliber 09, it's Tanner Tomasi. On the inside out of position number 11 for D1RT Racing, it's Shad Prescott.
Row number 5 on the outside, Slick Sim Sports 22 of Logan Rumsey. Inside Team ABR Esports, the 12, it's Alex Bergeron.
The 33 for Rocket Racing South, Richard Murtaugh Jr. will start position number 8 on the inside in caliber 2, Dylan Hauser, position number 7.
Row number 3 on the outside, D1RT, the Kool-Aid Man, 80, it's Dylan Wilson. Inside, Barrett Bishop in the 29.
Continue the D1RT outside first 3 rows. Position number 4, row number 2, Cole Cabry will start position number 4. And he's inside for Rocket Racing setup. It's the 48 of Dylan Yeager.
And on the front row, D1RT Racing, the 127, it's Blake Majulis on the outside. And on the pole, he won heat race number 1, the 07 Slick Sim Sports, it's Hayden Cardwell.
Well, 55 laps is on the board. You've got 2 iRacing late model world champions to start us off, to lead us to the green flag. Alex, we've got a 4-wide salute coming here in just a second, but I got to ask you before we get into that 4-wide salute, Who's going to curse? Or who's going to get the Alex Robinson curse here tonight?
Well, I think you're picking Blake Majulis, so you know what? I'm going to go...
I'm not picking anyone just yet. Yeah, I'm leaving it wide open.
Okay. I'm going to go with Hayden Cardwell.
That's a very good pick. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Since you picked him, I guess I'll have to take Blake Majulis.
There it is. We picked the front row. But ladies and gentlemen, Mimi's Making the Motion Ultimate Dirt TV would like you to thank you for tuning in tonight here at the dirt track at Charlotte. It is the UMP Stampede 4-wide salute to you, the fans, for tuning in tonight here for this wonderful race. First time event, $500 on the line for the winner. Who is your pick to win? Take your pick, ladies and gentlemen, while these drivers salute to you, the fans.
No better sight in all of motorsport. It's time to turn the music up, and let's just take a back seat for a moment as these drivers once again salute you, the race fans.
This is my lane. This is my lane. This is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome.
Alright, there we go. 4-wide salute is complete. And Alex, we're not too far away from one driver taking home a cool $500 payday. I'm excited for this one. It's been a couple of weeks in the making. Speaking of makings, Mimi's Makings in Motion, Jennifer, Bobby Hunt, thank you so very, very much for putting on this event on behalf of all the drivers and on behalf of Ultimate Dirt TV. We are so very thankful to have you people in the sim racing world, and we are so glad to call you guys friends here at Ultimate Dirt TV. And of course, to the wonderful fans, each and every time you come out and watch Ultimate Dirt TV, again, the support means a lot. And we are closing in, ladies and gentlemen, on 16,000 followers on Facebook. Alex, your pick starts on pole. My pick starts position number 2. Very quickly, who's your backup?
My backup, you know what? I'll go with the hard charger backup here. I picked John Ruggiero Jr. as my backup pick.
I'm going to go with Dylan Wilson as a backup, as the Kool-Aid man. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 50 laps on the board. $500 to win. The Mimi's Makings and Motions UMP Modified Stampede here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And we are green on turn number 4. Hayden Cardwell got immediately straight to the cushion down into turn number 1 and 2. Majulis follows suit. Cabry to the outside on Jaeger. Bishop, Wilson side by side with Hauser and Bergeron, but now it's going to be Majulis to the top side. Cardwell went down low in 3 and 4. Lap number 1 belongs to Hayden Cardwell.
Hayden Cardwell, he's out in front. Here comes Majulis. Cardwell hit the wall. That opens the door for the 127. The battle for the third spot is on. Jaeger has it right now, but Cabry, Bishop, they're coming after him. There goes Majulis to the top side one more time. Cardwell holds the bottom. He runs the bottom in 3 and 4. Goes to the top side in 1 and 2. Looks like that's the preferred line for both drivers right now, is that top side on 1 and 2. But there's Bishop, and the first caution of the night is out.
Well, didn't take too long, but yellow flag number 1. And oh boy, oh boy, it is an iRacing World Champion, a 3-time iRacing World Champion. In fact, it's Alex Bergeron in car number 12. Now, I'm going to... Oh, got tagged there by the 14 of Prescott, I believe that was. Pretty sure, might have been the... is there another 14 out there? No, it was Shad Prescott. So Prescott gets into the back of Bergeron. Bergeron, unfortunately, going to have to go back to the pits. Richard Mertz barely escaped that one. Ryan Underwood got a piece of that one. And Alex, I'm going to tell you a little story about the Team ABR camp. Alright, so... obviously last night with World of Thunder Racing in the 410s, Rebecca, Alex's girlfriend, she comes out, runs, you know, whenever she can. I believe she's been there for 3 of the 4 weeks. There was a little incident on the racetrack. Just a plain old pure racing incident. Nothing to come of. She might have gone into me, I might have gone into her. After the race, in fact after the broadcast, she actually sent me a message just to say sorry. How many other people would you know that would go to the lengths in just a pure racing incident? How many people would you know that would go to the lengths just to message someone and just say sorry?
Again, it's just the class. We talk about it with Alex. It shows with Rebecca as well. That whole Team ABR group is a classy team, respected around the whole world of iRacing, and it shows for a reason of why he's one of the most respected people on the server and even on the racetrack. I've heard people that have seen him at real tracks and said he's one of the classiest people there. But you see, he's starting up back, and we've witnessed it. We called it on Thursday night, him going from the back to third place. It shows anything can happen. My buddy in the background was picking Bergeron to win it. I told him, I said, he wrecks, but guess what? There's a chance here. He's going to be 18th on the green flag here. There's still a chance for him to get up here with a lot of laps left.
Yeah, absolutely. We've only just started the main event. Here we go. Lap number 3 is complete. 47 still remaining. Caldwell, Majulis, Cabri Yeager run 1, 2, 3, and 4. Caldwell into the wall. Look out. Cabri 4-1. Wilson, Majulis to the race lead. Yeager up on the inside now, trying to get by Majulis. Now 3-1 again. Bishop, Wilson. Oh, look out. We've got Hauser. He saves it. He keeps it going. We stay green at 3-1 through multiple times throughout this field.
The battles throughout this field are on. Yeager in the second spot. Bishop now going to look to pass Cardwell. Cardwell gets the run through the corner, runs a little bit of a slider line, trying to get past Dylan Yeager right now. We're going 3 wide for the second spot. Yeager, Bishop, Cardwell. Here comes Dylan Wilson now. Cardwell up top in 1 and 2 once more, trying to get the run. Here we go. He gets the run in 2, 3, and 4 right now. 3 wide. There's Dylan Wilson right behind him. The battles throughout this racetrack are on. The battle for second still 3 wide.
Nearly 4 wide down in the turn number 1 and 2. These drivers are really making use of the dirt track at Charlotte. Caldwell rockets back into second spot as he looks to trying to regain the lead from Blake Majulis. Meanwhile, Wilson to the outside of Yeager. 3 wide again down the front straightaway. Oh boy, 4 wide. There's Zero Magic would say, oh, doctor!
Oh, Doctor, indeed. Hayden Cardwell, he holds on to that second spot. Here comes Wilson once more. Wilson has Cardwell right in his sight, but so does Dylan Yeager as these cars battling out. There we go, 3 wide for the second spot. Dylan Yeager, Dylan Wilson, Hayden Cardwell battling out here. D1RT, Slick, and Rocket Racing. All these cars looking for the top second spot here, but Blake Majulis, he's looking strong out in front.
Again, we'll go 3 wide down into turn number 1. Cardwell on the top. Wilson 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Yeager trying to roll the bottom side. Then you go back to Barrett Bishop in position number 5. And again, it's $500 to win, $200 for second and $100 for third. So then right now, between Wilson and Majulis, there is a $400 split difference. And even between Majulis and Cardwell, there's $300. So there's still a lot. There's $800 being paid out to 1, 2, and 3.
And you see the battle is on. Majulis still out in front. The battle throughout the field. You see we were 4 wide mid-pack there, but man, oh man, look at the battle for second. Still, Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, Barrett Bishop now coming after Dylan Yeager for the 4th spot. There goes Bishop. Bishop looks strong in his heat race. He won his heat race. Now he's going after Dylan Yeager again. Side by side they go. Barrett Bishop takes over the 4th spot momentarily, but here goes Yeager once more. Here's Rumsey. Rumsey, you see back there, he is in the 6th spot.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was talking to Yeager and Murtaugh before the race today, and they were kind of saying about how they were going to suck here tonight and how they were going to be lucky to make the show. But right now, Yeager, top 5 at the moment. Murtaugh just on the outside of a top 10 after getting involved or just scraping by the accident there in turn 1 and 2 with Bergeron and Prescott there. Rumsey just getting by the 71 machine. Oh, Cabri. Now Cabri going to fight back to the outside. And look who is coming in the 100% Racing number 45 machine from position number 16. Alex, he's up to 8. That's Hagen Sorensen.
Sorensen in 8th, but look a few spots back. John Ruggiero Jr., who was in that B main, he's up in the top 10, but look who's coming. After that early race incident, Alex Bergeron, he's battling with Ruggiero Jr. for a 10th spot right now as that battle is on. You see it. Here we go. There's Dylan Hauser now. Hauser, Bergeron, side by side they go. Battling out for that 10th spot. Hauser holds on, but Bergeron still on the inside. These cars battling out for the spots.
Here comes Cabri trying to get a run on the outside into turn number 3 on the outside of Logan Rumsey. Rumsey just works to the bottom, so it's looking at about half a second gap. Look out, we got one car round. Dylan Hauser going to go around, bring on the caution flag for the second time tonight. Let's take a look at what happened here on your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. It was the 2 of Dylan Hauser. And going off this, it might be a case of Bergeron, but tough to call that one. Like, he goes to ready. Watch this. So we'll try and do. We'll call this in slow motion. Getting a run, and he gets on the brakes here to stop from getting into the back of Rosario Jr. Bergeron tried to go to the outside to run that slider line. Unfortunately, Bergeron, in the end, was the one that made the initial contact there on Dylan Hauser. Dylan Hauser goes around. That was Justin Clark getting a piece of the right front there on Dylan Hauser. Unfortunately, well, you know, Hauser's not going to be too happy about that one, but again, tough break for Dylan Hauser. But again, with a clear track and the field, going to be back up into, should be a double file restart, Alex. You've now got Majulis and Cardwell back on the front row.
And now we're closing in on lap 35, which, remember, folks, leader of lap 35 wins a mug, a D1RT mug brought to you by D1RT, and it will be funny. As we look here, you have Blake Majulis, Dylan Wilson, both D1RT drivers 1 and 3, Hayden Cardwell in second. I mean, that'll be great if a D1RT wins it, but imagine Hayden Cardwell's reaction if he wins a D1RT mug.
Wow, I mean, yeah, it's just one of the prizes on offer for grabs. And look, personally, I don't think he'd be worried about the mug just yet. I think he wants to lead that final lap and worry about trying to win $500 first, and you know, let the rest sort itself out. But we'll see what happens here. The light should go out on the iRacing.com pace truck. You know, working on lap 23 on the ticker. And again, remember, the first 5 laps we had the 4 wide salute, so you take away the 23 from 5 and gives you 18. So 18 will be complete. And Alex, I know your simple math skills are not up to par, but that leaves 32 remaining.
You can ask anyone who went to my high school. My high school does not teach math right. We do not do math. We might do some other stuff, but we do not do math very well.
Yeah, we'll leave that stuff off here, right? Green flag set to fly once again. 18 essentially in the books. Majulis gets on the gas. We're back underway. Look at Wilson trying to sneak him on the inside there of Hayden Cardwell. He'll beat him to the start-finish line. We'll see what happens into 1 and 2 again. Cardwell. Oh, Bishop into the back of Cardwell. Cabri checks up. Sorensen checks up nearly 3 wide. Rumsey now right through the middle now, trying to come and split the gap between Jaeger and Cardwell. Jaeger holding on to position number 3 at the start-finish line. Cardwell gets shuffled back to position number 4. And John Rosario Jr. in the 44 from position number 18 to position number 6.
Battles are on. Dylan Yeager, Hayden Cardwell, side by side they go for the 3rd spot. Cardwell slides up there, running a little bit of a slider line, trying to get past Yeager. Yeager has run up in the front with the rest all night long. But here comes Rumsey. John Ruggiero Jr., he's up there. He is battling out with Logan Rumsey, and man, oh man, imagine that man right now. He's looking for a top 5 finish, and he's come all the way from the back tonight.
Now Justin Clark having some issues there at the back, trying to slide and got some contact with a couple of drivers in the back of the field as they made their way off turn 4 there on the previous lap. Rumsey, Rosario Jr., now Cabri trying to sneak up on the inside. Meanwhile, you've got David Cardwell, Ryan Underwood, Barrett Bishop, all trading sliders 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Rosario, Rumsey, and Jaeger. Jaeger's on the top. He's on the top of a 3 wide battle, and he was no higher than mid-track. And it just goes to show you, man, there's certainly a lot of respect as Cardwell now. He'll dip to the bottom side, trying to get a run now into the Wilson, but it's still Blake Majulis, your leader.
Blake Majulis, they don't call him Mr. Moneybags for nothing. When these big shows show up, he is out in front, usually in the top 5. So Cardwell. There's Dylan Wilson, Ruggiero Jr. He was up 12 spots last time. I think he's up some more right now as he is into that 4th spot with Rumsey, Yeager, Cabry all behind him here. But Ruggiero Jr., he's put on a clinic so far up into that 4th spot.
Let's go through the team names in the top 10. D1RT, D1RT, Slick, D1RT, Rocket, D1RT, Slick, D1RT, VLR and Drew Hopkins Racing. It is a field stacked with D1RT drivers inside the top 10. Speaking of inside the top 10, in the turn number 3 and 4, Cardwell throws a big slider there on Dylan Wilson, and Hayden Cardwell going to take over position number 2. He'll walk into the cushion, rocking the right rear on the Cree up on the top side, but Wilson back to the inside. You race off for 2 down the back straight away.
Cardwell on the top side, Wilson on the bottom. You see the slider line being used by Cardwell. Wilson holds the bottom side. Wilson has him at the line by a nose. But here we go into turn 1 and 2. Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson battling out for that 2nd spot. Cardwell has the run on top side. Dylan Wilson got to catch up here, lost some momentum there as Dylan Wilson holds the 3rd spot. But we stated earlier, D1RT stable out in full form tonight for this event, and they are showing it with a lot of guys in the top 10.
Already cross flag sticks have been shown a few laps ago. We're working on lap number 29 being complete, 21 remaining. This is lap 35 on the ticker, but on the official scoring, we are starting lap number 30, so we're looking at 20 laps to go this time by for your race leader, Blake Majulis, Mr. Moneybags. 20 to go. Can he pick up a $500 payday? Well, we've still got a lot of racing to do. John Ruggiero Jr., the biggest hard charger in the field, from position number 18 up to position number 4. Look at Cabry and Prescott. They're going to battle out for a spot inside the top 5. Give it to Cabry. Now look at Rumsey trying to work down low.
Rumsey now trying to get on that bottom side, tries to get into a 3-car battle for that top 5 position with Cabry and Prescott. But those two too strong. Now here comes Dylan Yeager. But look at that. That is a gap and a half. This is a fixed setup, remember, folks. And Blake Majulis out to almost he's going to have a 3-second lead here soon on Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, as he is putting on a clinic. But with this green flag run, that might lead up to some lap traffic sooner than later. And all we know is these pro drivers or non-pro drivers, lap traffic is a battle of stamina and smarts throughout this field.
Yeah, absolutely. Rumsey and Yeager, that one side by side. That's for positions number 7 and 8 to get inside the top 10. You see Ryan Underwood in the yellow, number 46, just creeping to the right side of the picture, down into turn number 3 and 4. Yeager right on the complete inside line. Rumsey just a couple of car lanes up through turn number 3 and 4. Next time by Alex, we are working at 15 remaining, and the gap is between 2 to 2.5 seconds. And Majulis at this stage, he's just got everyone covered at the moment.
Blake Majulis putting on a show here tonight. The battle for second has been a show to watch between Cardwell Wilson. It looks like it's getting ready to heat up once more as Hayden Cardwell still holds on to that 2nd spot. Dylan Wilson, though, he is in the 3rd spot trying to find a comfortable line here, the quickest line around this track. As you see, cars are all over, top, mid-bottom, mid-top, middle of the track. There is multiple lines being used here, and there it is. Only the 3rd caution of the night out here. And man, if you're Dylan Wilson, Hayden Cardwell, this is where you want to strike. But we're going to look here, UltimateDirtTV instant replay, and see what happens.
It's Hauser and Bergeron again in the turn number 3 and 4. Turn 3 and the 12 goes around. Murtaugh avoids a spinning 12 machine. Yellow comes out, and well, that 2.5 second gap that Blake Majulis had, Alex, it's down to a restart. Now it's going to be nothing, and with less than 15 laps to run, man oh man, you just know this race is brewing for an absolute thriller of a finish here in the $500 to win race.
$500 to win, and it shows that long green flag run shows the stamina that these drivers needed to have to keep up pace. But now this restart is keen for Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, John Ruggiero Jr. even. This is going to be a restart because this might be, who knows, this might be the final restart of the night. So it's going to be a restart that is keen on getting a good start and timing it right with Blake Majulis. But as we've heard before, you have to wait until the car in front of you goes. If you do not wait, you know what happens, Mr. Wheeler.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing. One thing that I was going to mention as well. We started 21 cars. You see on the left on the timing screen, only one car is back in pit road, Tanner Tomasi. We still have 20 just world-class drivers, world-caliber drivers that on the big stage know how to get it done. Speaking of big stages, 13 laps remaining. Alex, we're very close to being heat race distance away, and green flag is back out. Hayden Carver with the switch under down into turn number 1 and 2. He'll slide up in front of Majulis. Majulis nearly takes a snoot of the 80 of Dylan Wilson. And Majulis back to the race lead, and here comes Carver, right, closing in right on the rear bumper of that 127. Meanwhile, look at Prescott up on the inside of Dylan Wilson for second, for third and fourth.
Man, oh man, battles are out. We're 3 wide for the second spot. Cardwell, Wilson, and Prescott. Prescott made a run. Here we go. There goes the D1RT train. Dylan Wilson, Chad Prescott trying to get by Hayden Cardwell. Wilson takes that second spot. Here we go. Battles throughout. Now Blake Majulis has a little bit of room to breathe after Cardwell put some pressure on him on that restart. Wilson battling with Prescott now for the second spot. Cardwell battling with Cabry for the fourth spot. There are battles once more all throughout this track. You see us 4 wide there, and none of those cars were up past the middle of the track. 4 wide, there we are, 3 wide contact between Rumsey, Hagen Sorensen, and it looks like that was Barrett Bishop. But here we go, Ryan Underwood now sneaking his way up there. He's 1 spot shy of a top 5 finish.
9 to run as we come down into turn number 1 and 2 for Blake Majulis. Holds a half a second advantage over Dylan Wilson, Chad Prescott, Cole Cabry, D1RT, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But Caldwell trying to break up along with Ryan Underwood, trying to break up that D1RT domination here tonight at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. 8 to run. Caldwell still not giving up on the top side of the racetrack. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Caldwell by Cabry and Underwood. Now Cabry on the outside of Underwood, but here comes Caldwell trying to sneak up into back into position number 3, trying to get a $100 payday from Chad Prescott.
Hayden Cardwell making that top side work. That top side and that bottom side in the slider line is in. Where will you pick to run? That is up to the driver and how they feel with their car. Hayden Cardwell going to run a slider line in turn 3 and 4 there, trying to get past Ryan Underwood now. He's battling there. He's in that 5th spot looking for more. There's Chad Prescott still in that middle of the track. Again, middle, bottom, and top all being used by those 3 cars. Dylan Wilson, the only close car to Blake Majulis, and he's almost getting a gap by a second.
5 laps to run. The Palmer's out from Barney, the iRacing flag. And speaking of 5s, it's a 5/10 of a second lead for Blake Majulis over Dylan Wilson. You're watching Chad Prescott, Ryan Underwood running 3rd and 4th down into turn number 3 and 4. Ken Underwood, can he come from? He's come from position number 13, position 12th for Chad Prescott. So both drivers have really made some advances. Here comes Underwood now, getting by Prescott and down the back straightaway. Alex this time by. We are 3 to run.
Dylan Wilson, he is out in second, but now Underwood, he's going to take over the 3rd spot from Prescott. Prescott going to go right behind Underwood there. Going to try and sneak his nose to the bottom side of Underwood. Underwood holds on to the 3rd spot, drifts up the track, gets a better entry onto the bottom side. He is in 3rd. You see the battle between Bishop and Cardwell for that 5th spot is on. Again, battles throughout this racetrack there. But there's Blake Majulis. You see the gap between him and Dylan Wilson. The gap between Dylan Wilson and Ryan Underwood. These 2 cars from D1RT, they're sitting 1 and 2. They're looking strong. White flag in the air, the 127. Blake Majulis, he has done it all tonight so far. Looks smooth and steady. Dylan Wilson in second, but there's Blake Majulis. He's checked out. He said, write that $500 check out to Mr. Moneybags in the 127. D1RT, Blake Majulis, he's going to park in the victory lane here for the UMP Stampede at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Oh, what a way to wrap up the feature event. Blake Majulis gets the win. Dylan Wilson second, Ryan Underwood third. And we've seen a number of times when Blake Majulis wins, we've seen about a 3-minute donut session and the Kawiki laps. I get the feeling we're about to see a whole lot of donuts. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't even begun. And this man has just walked away with $500. And I believe he might have actually led lap 35 as well. So we'll let the results take care of that one. But quickly, while Blake Majulis is doing the victory laps, take a look at your official results coming up on your screen. Majulis earns a $500 payday. Dylan Wilson, who comes home second, he'll earn a $200 payday. And Ryan Underwood, who will grab the third spot on the podium, he'll walk away with $100. Shad Prescott in fourth, and Barrett Bishop going to round out your top 5.
Cole Cabry, he's going to go 6th. Logan Rumsey 7th. Dylan Yeager in 8th. Hayden Cardwell 9th. And Davin Cardwell in 10th.
Position number 11 is going to be Dixon Slinger, John Ruggiero Jr. in 12th. Oh, hello, wrong button. 13th, Hagen Sorensen, Ethan Toda 14th, and Dylan Hauser in 15th.
Richard Murtaugh, he's going to finish 16th. Logan Rourke 17th. Alex Bergeron in 18th. Shane James 19th. Justin Clark in 20th, and Tanner Tomasi being the only car not to finish the feature event here tonight. So again, heck of a show, and for all but one car to finish on the lead lap and to finish the race, that shows the talent that we had on tap for tonight.
Certainly, let's go down trackside, and we are going to waste no time in chatting to the man who is now $500 richer. Yes, we call him Moneybags. Blake Majulis, well, you do it again. It's Al McCain, you've done it again, but Blake, $500. You've got to be happy about that one, buddy.
Money bags, baby. That's what I'm here for. Hell yeah, man. What a race. I'm stoked. Definitely a good run there. It's hard to get by Hayden on these type of tracks. Was pretty surprised. He wasn't as consistent as he was there, but never made a mistake, and we weren't really crazy on raw speed. We just were really consistent, and consistency wins races, and that's what we saw here tonight. Just overall a good race for sure. Not many yellows at all, and was able to bring it home. So you can't complain. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, you had to do it from the outside of the front row. Was it all about just trying to limit your mistakes here tonight? And we know Hayden's probably one of the best at running the cushion / wall around this type of racetrack. You knew he was going to be up there. What was the game plan into this 50-lap main event tonight?
Yeah, I ran the best lap in warm-up right at the last second, and I was running the ball in 1 and 2, and he caught on fast. He knew right where it was in the feature, and I knew if I was going to beat him, it was going to be tough for sure. It was going to be either a matter of him making a mistake or just a different line comes in, and frankly, either way, I think it would have been a really good race with him. But that cushion was absolutely treacherous. The bumps were insane. Just a super, super difficult track tonight, no doubt about it. It was definitely tricky.
Well, a post-Valentine's Day present, $500. What's the first thing on the cards for Tia?
I don't know. She gets enough.
Listen, one thing I'll tell you, all right? Happy wife, happy life. Don't ever forget that.
Right.
You keep her happy, and you'll be happy.
She almost made the show tonight. I'm super, super proud, actually. She doesn't get to run much. She works a lot and puts a lot of time into her life and the things she does best. And, she almost made the show tonight against some of the best in the world. So, hopefully in a couple weeks she keeps getting that grind going and hopefully starts competing better. And, I'm just proud to see where she is with the practice she's had.
All right, buddy. Well, look, $500 payday coming your way, courtesy of Jennifer and Bobby Hontz at Mimi's Makings and Motions for putting on this event. We know, Blake, there's a lot of sponsors on this race car, a lot of good people behind the scenes, champion. Who has helped you earn this $500 payday?
Well, first, like you said, Bobby and Jennifer, for everything they do. They've actually supported me for a long time. Just good people to know. Overall, they've always supported me and rooted me on, and they actually support me and sponsor me in real life as well. So I can't thank those guys enough. D1RT Racing, ML Performance, CFM Esports, ShopFergie22.com, Swag Design and Media, Design 75 Jeremy Way for the sweet wrap out there. Showtime Decals and Apparel, Reliable Energy Solutions, CD Cinematography, BK Designs, and UltimateDirtTV. Brett, for everything you do. I appreciate it, my man.
All right, well, look, I'm going to put you on the spot. We've just brought in the better half of Blake Majulis. Tia, we've just got word that Blake is going to buy you a present. So what would you like from Bobby and Jennifer Hunt at Mimi's and Making Emotions?
A new PC sounds pretty good.
Ooh, I think that might be a little bit more than $500. Hey, I know she's got
money.
She might have a special going on, some virtual, not some virtual, but some electronics that you might get useful out of.
Yeah, I browse that website quite often.
Jesus.
Blake, congratulations, buddy, on the win.
Thanks, Brad. I appreciate it.
There we go, Blake Majulis, Mr. Moneybags himself. Alex Robinson, you caught up with our runner-up. Hey, by the way, just quietly, I finished 1-2 tonight in our picks.
And coming home in second, I finally get to see the Kool-Aid wrap back on the car for Dylan Wilson. And Dylan, another strong run for you tonight, coming home in second. And man, also a good payday for you as well.
Yeah, what's up, guys? It was a good showing. It was nice to break up the Kool-Aid car, like you said. It's been a minute since this honestly might be the first time I've ran the UMP mod since the big blocks came out. So not a bad showing. Blake and Cardwell, they're always freaking fast. So to run third most of the race to them and then end up with a second isn't nothing to hang your head about. So I'll take a couple bucks and throw it at my real race car and act like I never won anything.
And now, with this good run tonight, that last restart, you had a strong run in that last restart to come with the second spot, but you had a chance of throwing something at Blake if you had the chance, and I think just one more restart, and that would have been a battle for the lead between you and Blake.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know how much Blake was taking care of his stuff up top there, but he seemed like he was driving a little softer going to the corners after the restart, so he probably had some more there in case I got next to him. But the middle line was really hard to hit. If you overshot it by half a car length, it was like a tenth and a half off. So I was searching around there a little bit, couldn't really find nothing. So Blake was consistent on the top, and he earned that one. So congrats to him.
Well, we see you got a lot of good guys behind you at D1RT. Who are they?
I named them all. I'd be here all day, but thanks to everybody over there. Thanks to Blake Majulis and his little team thing he's got going on at 127 Industries. I know he'll be starting some stuff up. You'll be seeing it on Facebook. And thanks to you guys for broadcasting, as always. Thanks to Mimi's making his emotion, and Jennifer and Bobby for sponsoring this whole thing for us to run. I know it came together last minute, but it's awesome. They are involved and put all this stuff on for us.
Congratulations. That is your second place finisher of Dylan Wilson. And now, Brett, you're with a young man from VLR who had a heck of a strong run. It's Ryan Underwood.
Yeah, we've caught up with a man that was going to be happy if he made the show here tonight. And not only did he make the show, but I can confirm he is tonight's hard charger, according to my timing and scoring, from 13th up 10 positions to position number 3. Ryan, what a heck of a drive, buddy. Well done.
Thank you. I got involved in that first wreck there at the beginning of the race. I had to go straight to the back. So I really just paced myself, tried everywhere on the racetrack, see what was best for me, trying to get around people. And I just found the bottom there at the end of it, was able to drive by Shad. And I think if we would have had a caution there at the end, I think I might have had something for Dylan. But Blake was really fast up top, so I don't know if I would have had anything for him.
A little bit of talk tonight during the broadcast tonight about the track. Your thoughts on the track? Do you think that it would have helped with the track reset, or were you happy with how the track had sort of played out and not being touched all night?
I liked it not being touched. It really showed all the grooves at Charlotte. You could run the bottom, the middle, the top, as Blake won the race, of course. I couldn't run the top that well, so I really had to find a line that would work for me and be fast, and the bottom was there.
Well, as I said at the start of the interview, you were going to be happy to come in here and make the show tonight, and not only did you make the show, you had to do it. Well, you done it through the heat race, but as you said, you had to come from the back after being involved in the first quarter, so you passed a few more cars than officially what we have here on the timing and scoring loop. But third place here tonight, Ryan. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes champion. Who gets this done for you?
First, got to thank you for helping me get into this race. I wouldn't be in it if it wasn't for you. Everybody at Team VLR, all my spotters, Jay, Devin, Evan, all they were doing for me. see High Performance, Dirty Grass Soul, Tac 3 Defense, Northside Graphics and Designs, Mecca Motorsports, all they do for me. ShopFergie22.com, UDTV, and everybody else on the car.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Underwood officially home in third spot. And Alex, that will wrap us up here for the Mimi's Makings and Motions UMP Modified Stampede $500 officially going to the 127 machine of Blake Majulis. A lot of money being paid out to these 21 drivers. A lot of good prizes up for grabs for the entire field here tonight. And well, some drivers get a prize, some drivers get money, some drivers we've just been able to witness a fantastic showing.
Yeah, what a return for the UMP Modifieds. First time, like you said, like Dylan Wilson said, it's the first time pretty much he's touched these cars since the big blocks have hit the server. So for them to come out tonight, 3 cautions in the game main event, 1 car out of the 20-some cars to finish, only 1 didn't finish, and this track showed it. A heck of a show. Mimi's Making Emotions. This might be, I hope this is just the first of a many great shows that these guys put on, because Jennifer and Bobby, this is the beginning of something great with these world-class drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Again, big thanks to Jennifer and Bobby Hines at Mimi's Makings and Motions for putting on this event. There's a number of people behind the scenes, Steve McMillan, BJ Duval, a whole list of other sponsors that helped put this event on. And about 12 hours ago, I'm pretty sure there was talks of it being postponed, and then it got re-added to the schedule. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm glad we're able to get this show in, because what a way to wrap up a one-off event here on UltimateDirtTV. And big thank you to, of course, everybody that helped make this possible. Big thank you to, of course, all the drivers who had attempted to make the race, but only one man is going to walk away with 500, and that man is Mr. Moneybags, Blake Majulis. On behalf of Alex Robinson and myself, Brett Wheeler, it's time to say farewell, good night, and until next time, until tomorrow night for the National Sim Racing Series, about 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. I believe we've got 3 shows on the docket for tomorrow night. Until next time, this is Brett Wheeler saying good night. We'll see you soon.